talking about? We're talking about spiders, and we're talking about pervitin', and we're talking about Bigfoot. I'm here to tell you where he's been. They call me Mr. Gulley. I'm here to save the day. They call me Mr. Gulley, and I'm gonna lead the way. They call me Mr. Gulley. I'm here to save the day. They call me Mr. Gulley, and I'm gonna lead the way. Here we go now. I'm talking about Mr. Gulley, and you don't know where he's been. Oh no, he's been right in your alley. Well, I'm Mr. Gulley, yes I am. So what we talking about? We're talking about spiders, and we're talking about pervitin', and we're talking about Bigfoot. I'm here to tell you where he's been. They call me Mr. Gulley. I'm here to save the day. They call me Mr. Gulley, and I'm gonna lead the way. They call me Mr. Gulley. I'm here to save the day. They call me Mr. Gulley, and I'm gonna lead the way. One, two, three, four. They call me Mr. Gulley. I've got something for your ear. Now it might sound kind of funny, but I'll make it very clear. So what we talking about? We're talking about spiders, and we're talking about pervitin', and we're talking about Bigfoot. I'm here to tell you where he's been. They call me Mr. Gulley. I'm here to save the day. They call me Mr. Gulley, and I'm gonna lead the way. They call me Mr. Gulley. I'm here to save the day. They call me Mr. Gulley, and I'm gonna lead the way. Here we go now. I'm talking about Mr. Gulley, and you don't know where he's been. Oh no, he's been right in your alley. Well, I'm Mr. Gulley, yes I am. So what we talking about? We're talking about spiders, and we're talking about pervitin', and we're talking about Bigfoot. I'm here to tell you where he's been. They call me Mr. Gulley. I'm here to save the day. They call me Mr. Gulley, and I'm gonna lead the way. They call me Mr. Gulley. I'm here to save the day. They call me Mr. Gulley, and I'm gonna lead the way.
Hey everybody, what's going on? What's hot? What's hip? What's happening? What is shaking? Our last show of the week. Tonight I'm going to tell you about Jim Varney. Some of you may know him better as Ernest P. Worrell. Hey Vern. Hey Vern. Know what I mean? Know what I mean, Vern? That guy. I'm going to tell you all about him. It's going to be pretty cool. And longer more in-depth story than you might know. Also, he did a lot of things that I was unaware of that are kind of impressive that I wasn't remembering at the time. And I will tell you, I'm not kidding, I will tell you what the P in Ernest P. Worrell stands for. I know. Hey, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, retweet, notification bell, all those free things you can do to help our little show here succeed with the algorithm, the almighty, all-powerful, all-seeing algorithm. We pray to the algorithm. The algorithm. I need these for the algorithm. It's not for me. Like, share, subscribe, retweet, notification bell. There are things for me, though, and those are memberships and super chats and PayPal and our merchandise store. All of that stuff is either in this little number right here, which we call the begging bar, because it's where I beg for things at the bottom of the screen. And then also in the description of this show on YouTube, all of that stuff is listed in some form or fashion. And man, that's just a little something for the effort, you know? It's just a little something for the effort. You know, membership, it's $2.99 for the whole month. You don't really get much for that. You get to say you're a member, and I think a little thing appears next to your name. And if you don't want to, you know, gift like a super chat, give out a membership. Look cool. You look like the Fonz. Seriously, the Fonz level coolness. And so I do have some of your comments to get to. But before I do that, I'm going to tell you what the topics of next week's shows are. And these are not written in stone if we come up with better ones. Monday, and I'll tell you a little story about this one after I tell you the whole week. The Hole Punch. Yes. Tuesday, a legendarily bad TV series called Pink Lady and Jeff. Only on for 5 weeks. Legendary. Then on Wednesday, we're going to have in our continuing Halloween candy series, Candy Smokes. Candy Smoky. And then on Thursday for Halloween, we're going to have Elvira will be our subject. Yes. Oh, for crying out loud. All right, hold on a second. Let me get through these comments, and then we'll have a special guest that, well, you know. Oh, I was going to tell you. So here's the deal. Well, I'll tell you this when our special guest gets here, because I might run this by him. Anyway, we've got people saying things. Gilman is here. He says, as a kid, he thought that Ernest P. Worrell was the funniest person alive, and that was from commercials. Another Kentucky legend. He is a Kentucky legend, that's for sure. Hey, I'm Sky, says, happy to be here. What does the P in Ernest P. Worrell stand for? I'll tell you that in a second. I'll tell you right now, because somebody I bring on might just blurt it out to make me look stupid. It's power tools. The P in Ernest P. Worrell is power tools, one word. James from Ottawa is here, who I run into on a show from Australia. Listen, Shawnee, listen. Cool. Can I do a show about Hulk Hogan? Week after this next upcoming week, we will do that. What happened to Funky Bronco? He became another person for a while in the chat, and then I haven't seen him since. Why does John Cena look like Jim Varney? I don't know. They are kind of morphing. Well, and you haven't seen Jim Varney in a while, so maybe they are the same person. All right, we're gonna try this out because it's gonna be hard to get through the topic. Maybe this guy doesn't want to stay all that long. But here, live from Elvira Roxon has three great pinball machines. She's got a couple great things. Live from one of the world's best-known penal colonies, we have a very special guest. I don't know why it says Clam King, because we know him as Scont.
Yeah, I don't know. I was probably fucking with somebody earlier, and I changed.
Dude, what? I was probably the fourth word, and you're cursing.
I'm sorry.
The fourth word out of your mouth, and you don't even. And it's just not even. It's right off the high dive with the grand curse word of all curse words. How you doing?
That's not the grand curse words. That's not the grand one.
That's the big one, yeah.
No. The big one is the one that starts with the letter C.
Yeah, but British people call each other that all the time, and it's not that bad.
But the F-bomb isn't that bad. We would say the F-bomb. I did a bunch of interviews the other day.
And live in a penal colony.
During an interview.
I know there's places you can do it. This just isn't one of the places. As you're very well aware of, I never use that word.
Really? Didn't know that. What other words don't you use?
I don't use a lot of swear words when I'm on this or in my personal life. As you know, I spend a lot of time with the clergy and scripture. And hey, here's the thing. I was going to bring this up. So last night I'm on this. There's this guy in the Dabbleverse named Granny, and he defecated in a cooler, and I kind of made fun of him about that in the chat. In fact, it was like, anyway, I really made fun of him for it, which why wouldn't you?
Yeah, of course.
And so there's a puppet in the Dabbleverse named Tukey. And is our good friend Jesse X, the Dark Lord of the Internet, and by the way, a guy on an amazing generational run. He says, oh, Tom Gulley, he's going to do, let me tell you about the miracle of the 3-hole punch. So yeah, I'm going to do the hole punch on Monday to prove to him, you know what? I can do that kind of show. I don't have to poop in a cooler. But Jesse was
Speaking of coolers, I thought it was the funniest idea. So I won't bring out the whole thing because it's obviously very big. But a long time ago, I found an esky or a cooler or whatever you call it in your part of the world, and I've kept it for probably about 10 years, or maybe longer, maybe 15 years. And I take my lunch to work in this small little compact cooler. Yeah. But I don't know where it came from.
It's like a little bit bigger than a 6-pack. That size.
Yeah, you could probably put a 6-pack in it. Yeah.
I had one of those and took my lunch to work in it for years. I love that thing.
And this is not designed. So I'll show you the bottom of it, because the bottom of it, it's almost like
styrofoam.
Shitty foam. Yeah, it's like styrofoam, but it's tougher.
Yeah.
But get this, the thing I love about it is on the other side is all these stickers. And so I have always carried my lunch in this ever since I found it.
Oh, that is awesome. Emergency medical biohazard sticker.
Yeah. I don't know whether it had a heart in it at some point or something like that. But,
kidney. Jesse made the point, which I thought was great. He's like, first of all, the idea of, and this is very Dabbleverse, the idea of a puppet is moronic. But this other guy, the guy I'm talking about right here, isn't even the real puppet. He's imitating another puppet that was an imitation of Oscar the Grouch or something.
So anyway, like Russian seating. Yeah.
And he even told another content creator, he's like, you need to step up your game. And we're both like, are you kidding me? You are copying a puppet. What? Step up game? Are you joking? So anyway,
I think the more effort you put into these things, it's sort of, it sort of looks bad on you. You know, I think you should just be yourself.
I should look great then because I put forth no effort. Granny says,
Exactly.
Gilman says, Granny cross dresses as the Chick-fil-A cow. That is correct. Mark 2 Tech said, Tom, whom did you voted for? I have no idea what you're talking about, but I will tell you whom I did voted for. If you tell me,
for Pedro? Did you vote for Pedro?
No, I think that movie is a good little movie. I think people have blown it way out of proportion in how good it is.
Let me tell you, Tom, I've never seen the movie.
You know what? It's not a bad movie. It's a good movie. It's an enjoyable movie. But people have turned it into this cathedral of, it's the great. No, it's not. It's
I've
really
seen
not that great.
I've seen a stripper do a whole show dressed up as her or him, whatever. Had like the big puffy fucking wig on and everything.
Napoleon Dynamite, Mark.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's late. Don't be sorry. Just tell me what you want to know what I voted for, and then we're fine. Do you know who Jim Varney is?
No, I'm not familiar.
Ernest goes to camp. Ernest.
I've never seen him, but I've sorry, I've heard it referenced a bunch of times by Jesse and stuff like that.
Are you getting a little sickness there in the capital of Australia?
Here. There's no sickness here.
You sound a little coffee to me. You sound like a little.
I drink coffee. I don't.
I was going to say, if you're getting a chest cold, you could always have the removalist come and take it away. That's something a removalist would do. We're kind of supposed to cover Jim Varney. I don't know if you want to be here for that. You're welcome to.
Is that today? Oh, is that today? Is this what the show's about?
Yeah.
Well, you can tell me about Jim Varney, and I can just ask questions.
Well, I may not know everything about Jim Varney. I think is one of the key problems. There's got to be a better. Let me see if this will do it.
Was he just trying to copy Heath Ledger's haircut there?
No, actually, that's not what he normally looks like. Will this do it better? No, how come that's our only option? That really sucks. That really bites the crank. If you ask me, it really bites the crank. Maybe I can create.
It looks like he's trying to copy Heath Ledger's haircut. That's what I'm.
Well, he died in 2000, so I don't think he was trying that hard. Although he did die. Let's see. Politics is all the craze now. I'm dumb. I get it. No, you're not dumb. Nobody is here to know what I mean, Vern. This guy says 1 for Trump, 2 from Kamala. You voted for Trump. We don't do politics here, Mark Tatek. I'm sorry. Julian Caesar says he looks great in that picture like a real person. Well, he doesn't look like this. That's Vern. That's Ernest P. Worrell. That's the character he's most famous for. But he's from
How did he die?
Kentucky. He was a lifelong cigarette smoker, and he died of, I believe, lung cancer at the age of 50. This dude, I might as well just tell you, in Lexington, Kentucky, he was born. He could memorize long poems and huge parts of books when he was just a very small child. So his mother got him into local stage theater when he was like 8. You're sick. You need to get some Sudafed or some Theraflu or.
I'm going to take that one that gets me.
Imodium, or maybe something they have in Australia like fluo. Oh, you got to take fluo. You got to take Clofo. Clofo. Everything's got an O at the end of it. But as a teenager, he starts winning these drama competitions When he was 15 years old, he portrayed Ebenezer Scrooge in a local theater production. 15! And he's the guy that, boy, get me the biggest goose in the window, and are there no workhouses? That guy. He plays that guy. And he was performing in nightclubs and coffee houses when he was 17. He studied Shakespeare at the Barter Theater in Abingdon, Virginia, but still Shakespeare. And he was one of the first performers at Opryland, USA. Have you heard of Opryland over there in Australia?
I've never heard of Opryland.
Okay, so the Grand Ole Opry is a big country music mecca, and it's like a country music Disneyland.
Okay.
Yeah, so he was there the very first season and did a lot of other theater.
That's exciting, man.
But like the thing that I didn't know about this guy, because this is how I know him, this goober on the screen here. Hey, Vern, know what I mean? Know what I mean, Vern? That guy. He was a regular cast member of Johnny Cash's variety show, Johnny Cash and Friends, in the 70s, the mid-70s. And he was also on a very famous TV show here, a parody talk show called Fernwood Tonight with Martin Mull and Fred Willard, and America Tonight, the spinoff. He was on a terrible, terrible TV show called Pink Lady and Jeff. Pink Lady was this Japanese pop group that was awful, and Jeff was a comedian, and it was this hugely promoted thing by one of the TV networks, and it failed in 5 weeks.
Did he play the same character in each of them, or he had different?
No, he was different in all of these. But he's best known for this guy, Ernest P. Worrell. And it started out in commercials, and the commercials would always just be on him, like this close on his face. And he would be doing stuff, hey, Vern, I just found out that this store's got a big special on Coca-Cola, Vern, know what I mean? And these commercials became so popular for amusement parks or dairies or convenience marts or hamburger chains or whatever it might be, that eventually they made him have his own movie. He did other characters. I hate it when they do that. It's like, oh, that character's good. Let's make him do another character. No, don't do that. But he would say stuff like he did an ad for a natural gas company. And he was like, natural gas, Vern. It's hot, fast, and cheap. Hot, fast, and cheap. Kind of like your first wife, Vern. The pretty one, huh? That's how bad the jokes were. Yeah. So there you go. But he was super popular for these commercials. Absolutely super popular. What were you going to say?
Oh, well, I'm just addressing the chat. Terry Nee wanted to know whether I was German. The answer is Z.
What? I speak German.
How do you say yes is German?
Ja. Or
ja.
Jawohl or ja.
I thought it was Z or something. I don't know, man. I don't
no,
know.
C. C is, it kind of means you. It's it's the female form of you or the plural. I
sound German, do I?
Sie auf zum deine Büro gegeht would be how you would use C.
Parlez-vous français?
Oui. Voulez-vous coucher avec toi ce soir?
Ce soir.
Let's see. He looks great in that picture. Looks like a real person. We got rid of that. Best Ernest movie is Ernest Scared Stupid. Do I have that one here? I don't think I do. But they all look kind of the same. Terry Nee is sorry that he's late. By the way, we do have super chats and memberships. And if you go to our merchandise store, which you can look in the description to see how, you can get things with Scott's face on it.
It's true.
Yeah.
I'm the producer of the show, and I'm also a paying member.
He was probably a ladies' man. If I press the big X on your shirt, that will power you off. I don't know what that means, but I'm not saying you're wrong. Actors with plastic faces will always get work. I guess so. Here's another movie that he did. This one's called Ernest Goes to Jail. He always kind of had that thing. 8 days till Halloween. You got that right, big fella. Do you have Halloween there, Scott?
Do we have Halloween over here?
Yeah.
It's starting to get popular. I don't know. It feels like the businesses are just trying to push it on us. It's not. There's no. It's not a groundswell movement. It's definitely top down, sort of pressured on us. It's like, yeah, you need to buy this shit. I don't think you see many people actually going out there and celebrating it.
So you don't have certain channels on your streaming services or your whatever services you have that are doing a month of scary movies for that, or
I've not seen any of that, but we do have a streaming service that is just horror movies.
Yeah, we got that too. Yeah, we got that too. I would say Australia has got a really awesome tradition of making great independent horror films.
There's a new one that's just come out. Not just brand new, but maybe a month or so. I think it's called Dangerous Animals or something like that. It's a pretty good one.
Is that a TV show or is that a?
That's a movie. It's a movie. It's sort of set in the in Surfers Paradise, sort of the Gold Coast region, and quintessential Australian film. It's this laid back sort of larrikin fella that has a fishing boat that he likes to take women out onto and murder them basically.
Wow, it's a survivalist horror film.
It's very Wolf Creek-esque, but it's in a very beautiful sort of part of the world. Yeah.
Just about to say, Wolf Creek is a great one. Jamie Lee Curtis was in one early in her career, before she was even famous. There's one of my favorite movies, and I wouldn't call this a horror film, is The Horseman in Australia. Are you familiar with that one?
I haven't seen that one, no.
Oh,
I think I've heard of it, yeah.
It's great. It's not that old. Let me see here. I think it's this one, 2008. Let me see here. Yes. This guy, his daughter is just 2008. His daughter gets attacked, and it's really kind of a movie like Taken. Only a lot grittier and very Australian. It's a little bit low budget, but it's so good. It's really, really good. Anyway,
but a lot of films. I don't know. Like there's those what do you call it? Facebook or YouTube creators or something that started releasing horror films. Talk to Me, that came out not too long ago. Did you see that one?
No.
There's like this sort of this sort of ceramic hand that has all signatures all over it. And these kids just think it's a viral, funny thing to say, talk to me to it. And it basically, they start having visions of dead people. Jeez. And it's sort of like this joke or sort of a viral thing of watching people's reaction when they do this really horrific thing.
God.
It's kind of a weird sort of crossover thing.
I'm sure it's been shown in a certain Discord that we know about. There's always got horror.
I think they also released a new one, but I haven't seen that one yet. The Snowtown Murders, that was a pretty good horror film and a true story, so that was cool.
The viewers are very concerned for you, Scott. Go out and chew on some eucalyptus bark. Terry
I don't know what there is around
Canberra.
What there is around here. I genuinely want to like show you this tree that's just outside the place that I'm staying.
A chicken.
And it's weird.
Chicken
It's sort of like these
burger.
branches,
Yeah.
and then it's got like these spiky things that like point out of the branch. I've never seen it before.
Those are called leaves.
No, I don't think you've seen anything. I'm gonna take my. Let's see how
Do
this
what
works.
you think you need to. Oh, look at that! Live from Australia, live from the temporary corporate housing.
Right outside.
Wow, that's a paradise. That looks like you're in the middle of nowhere. It looks like they're building a subdivision around you.
Can you see that tree, or is it too small?
Oh, hey, hold on. Let me get rid of Ernest here, and we'll make it much better. There we go. Now we're talking.
I've got one just here.
Is this better?
It's all like this.
Oh,
pine,
this is
pine
better.
tree, but then it's got like little things sticking out.
Oh, those are the seedlings. Those are how it makes seeds, and well, I guess those are either the beginning of or in lieu of pine cones.
Yeah, so this is spring. Yeah, I've never seen one. It must be only from around this. Like you don't have them in Adelaide.
You're not familiar with spruce trees, or?
No, we don't have them in Adelaide.
Oh, well, yeah, I've seen those before.
See, we got these bright red leaves.
I come from a land down over. Yeah. Sky says that you need some Pervitine. Yeah. Terry Nee.
Check out these doors. Okay, look how fucking thick these doors are. Double glazed, both sides.
Yeah, those are nice.
And then I've never seen doors like this before, but they have like a latching mechanism the whole way down. And so when you
on the inside there, in between the two.
So when you close the door and you lift it up, it latches the whole way around and makes it really tight, so air doesn't get through.
You've never seen those before?
No, I'm not from a cold climate. It gets cold here. I'm not used to it.
Oh, I didn't know it got cold there. Have you been to a workplace, or do you work from the space that you're in now?
No, I've been to a workplace. Yeah.
Well, obviously, because you can't clean the bathrooms from there. Let's see, Microsoft Robot. Terry Nee is crying. Terry says you sound Russian. Opryland is in Nashville.
I'm always in a rush.
Gilman says this bloke is a secret smoker. I know that cough. Is that true? Do you smoke?
I've never
secretly?
smoked in my life.
Not to be confused with Dollywood in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. That is correct. He's great in the Beverly Hillbillies, the movie. Thank you, Mark Tutek. We're going to get to that maybe. I don't know. Beverly Hillbillies, I'm going to bed, says Mark Tutek. Okay, thanks, Mark.
Why have you never taken us for a walk, Tom?
Because I have a desktop computer.
You don't have a laptop?
I do, kind of. I've never used the camera on it. I do have a mobile phone, but I don't know. I don't. If I was on a laptop right now, I would. But I do it on a mobile phone. I kind of have to do the whole show that way. What it would be easy for me to do, an easier thing would be for me to go walk around with my video camera, which is very small. It's the size of less than the Packus, but smaller than this, and then just play that video on the show.
No, what you could do is you could dial in on your mobile phone as another person. So we'd have two Toms in here, and we'd have dual cameras. We'd have two different angles.
I don't think I'd want.
And then you could take that one out.
Is Clam King German? No. Aussie. Sounds German. He's not German. You're just saying
don't
that.
sound German.
Let's see. Vietnamese? Yeah. Nine. Scott Green, paying member. Well, you put that on there. Does he have a wrench?
No, that just pops up every now and then.
Sam Haim, The Shape. The Shape is from, that's the name of Michael Myers in Halloween, yeah. Wolf Creek. Can we see Clam's knife? Do you have a knife?
Yeah. I'll get one.
Oh, I know why he's saying that. Never mind. He's Crocodile Dundeeing you. That's not a knife. That's a knife. I'm going to start saying Z.
See, you played knifey spatula before.
From the citizen. People that watch horror are sick. I see stupid people. Do they say talk to them? I'm way behind on these comments. We're just going to go past them because, well, nobody's filming. Turkatron is here. Wanda is here. Look at that. Wanda's here. Look at that punctuation.
Look at that. I'm bringing in all the good ladies. I'll bring all the ladies to the yard.
Yes, your milkshake is doing that. Let's see. That must be a German door. Oh, here we go. Scott, what is your favorite U.S. fast food restaurant? I'm betting KFC.
Not KFC, no. You know what? Like I don't eat it a lot, but I think for its consistency, I think McDonald's is the quintessential American fast food. I think the way the brand has recreated itself in different parts of the world to accommodate different cuisines and different, types of communities and stuff like that is really, really beautiful. In Australia, we call it Macca's. We don't call it McDonald's.
Oh, of course not.
They say that on the ads, and they say that
Of course not.
And I noticed the other day. I was driving past a KFC, and I noticed that I think it says like on the drive-through, it says something like drive-through, mate. Like they're trying to be Aussie. They're trying to ingratiate themselves with the culture. I mean, it's a bit late, but
by the way, Terry Nee says that's not a knife. That's a knife. And nobody says all Aussies have a knife. Stribbs is here saying hi to both of us. Terry Nee has shattered our goal for the evening, which is, as always, any amount of money. Any amount of money is our goal. So, Terry, thank you with your always.
Do you reckon we could double it, Tom? If we double it, I'll eat my lunch on stream.
Whether you
double it, I'll eat my lunch on stream.
Terry, thank you for your always abusive and really demoralizing lowest donation possible. Nobody says if you knew how McDonald's made their meats, you would not eat there. The McDonald's is 100% USDA grade A American beef in this country.
Well, it's not in Australia. It's 100% Australian beef in Australia.
Okay, so in Australia it tastes like a shoe, but over here it's good. Goats says Macca's. No, Macca's. It's Macca's over there. Carry away. Carry away. I don't know what that even means. McDonald's. I think so. What you've been here, right, to the States?
Yeah.
So, what is, in your opinion, like you're not basing that on? You're basing what you just said on.
I didn't have a lot of takeaway when I was in McDonald's. I tried Wendy's because I'd never gotten the opportunity to try Wendy's, and that was really below par. I don't know if I just got a bad one.
You got a bad one.
Yeah, and I don't base it 100%. Like I tried, what's that Filipinos one, the Bumblebee or whatever, the Filipino one where they do like chicken and pasta or some shit.
I've never heard of what you're describing.
They have like a bee or something like that. I don't know. I tried that one. And,
Terry says McDonald's meat is actually proper. It is in this country. Goat gives 99 cents. We've doubled our income here.
My lunch is on this way. I'm getting
Meanwhile, Mersh will make $500 tonight. That means there is no justice in the world and there is no God. 100% beef slurry. Do all the Australians laugh at Americans eating Outback? No more than Texans laugh at you eating at Texas Roadhouse, which is actually very good. But before it's Preston, take away. I don't know what that means now.
Takeaway is what we call like fast food. Yeah.
Oh, well. So But see, here's what I want to ask you. I don't want to ask you about American fast food in Australia. When you were here, but you were on vacation, you probably didn't want to eat a bunch of fast food.
Well, that's it. Like I didn't try a ton of fast food when I was there. Like I said, I did have a McDonald's breakfast once when I was there, and the thing that stunned me was that with your McMuffin, they don't use like a whole fried egg. So here, when you order a McMuffin, they like crack an egg onto the pan, and then they do that, but in America, when I was there, it was sort of like some sort of omelet. Like it was like a pre-made omelet kind of thing.
Okay, so here's what they do in the United States. The Egg McMuffin the egg is made, there's a ring that's the same size as the English muffin. They crack it and they put it in that ring, and that's how it cooks. So if it looks weird,
it didn't seem like that. It almost seemed like an omelet where it was like folded over. I don't know if I got like a different one or something.
Yeah, like you might have gotten a McGriddle or some other thing.
We recently got the McGriddles here. I haven't eaten them, but I've heard that they're terrible. So
it just depends on if you like.
I'm not
a lot of people like them, but yeah, it's. The bun, if you will, is waffle with maple syrup. Now, the maple syrup is baked into the waffle, so it's not like sticky and all over the place. But to me, that's just too sweet. Some are. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They gave you the wrong egg in your Egg McMuffin. That's what's happened here.
I mean, maybe. That's the other thing as well, is it didn't visit. What do you mean, Wanda? I will come visit you whenever you like, Wanda. The other thing as well is the coffee was terrible at McDonald's in the US.
Well,
and notably, coffee at McDonald's in Australia is quite good. Like people lament the fact that coffee in McDonald's in Australia is like one of the best ways that you can get consistently okay coffee anywhere.
Well, here's the thing. In the United States, McDonald's coffee was really bad, but they just relaunched an initiative. You can help me in the chat. Probably 5 years ago, called McCafe. That's got
and do you want to know a fact?
Higher level of. It's got a higher level of coffee.
Just Google it, Thomas. Where did McCafe start?
I'm going to assume it's in Australia.
Correct. Yes, back in like the 90s or something.
It really started in Scotland.
In regional town of Victoria, some lady, decided to bring in a coffee machine into her franchise or something, and then they rolled it out for the rest of Australia, and then it became everywhere. Taco Bell has like failed miserably in Australia. They rolled it out pretty much all over the East Coast, and they've had to shut it all down basically.
We can only be thankful for that. Terry Nee says, "What street were you in? I mean, what city were you in?"
Was I in? I was in Hawaii, LA.
Okay, first of all, Hawaii, you can't even count that. I mean, it's the United States, but it is a thing unto itself. It is a one-off. LA.
I was in Honolulu, the Big Island. I got
No, it's great that you were there. You probably had a great time, but it's a little bit different of a thing.
And much better food than fast food in Hawaii.
Yeah. And so you went to LA
and Vegas. Yeah.
Oh, you got the painted up horrors of American cities.
Correct. I mean, why go anywhere else? That's the quintessential cities.
I don't know why Gilman wants you to do this, but he says rank these bands: INXS, Silverchair, Tame Impala, Nick Cave, and the Bad Seeds.
Hell yeah. Red Right Hand.
I think they're in order for me. No, I like Nick Cave.
I would say Tame Impala, then Silverchair, then Nick Cave, then INXS.
Devil inside, every single one of us.
You would choose INXS over like Silverchair?
Yeah.
You just don't know Silverchair. That's the problem.
Probably not. There's a case to be made that Nick Cave should be number one on that list.
I don't know. Like I could probably name like 3 of his.
It's very avant-garde. You really have to be. McDonald's is terrible.
You've seen what Chewy looks like, right? Like Brady from.
Oh God, yes, I've seen what he looks like. Yeah, he
right.
looks like.
Doesn't he look like a
Nick
little,
Cave, little teeny lumberjack? Well, not with all of his hair on his face.
Not with his beard, no. But if he shaves his beard and loses a bunch of weight, he looks like Nick Cave.
Teeny tiny lumberjack man. He's made threats against me that he's coming here. Oh yeah.
He's coming.
Yeah, he did this thing where he goes, I know where you're at. I know what you do. I'm coming there. I'm going to end you, whatever. And then immediately goes, Lenny, where does he live? And it's like, dude, you just told me you knew my every movement. You don't even know. Anyway, I'm not too worried about it. Canadians, when they threaten you, come on.
I've never threatened you, Tom, but if I do, that's not a hollow threat. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I like Del Taco and Taco Bell. Del Taco destroys Taco Bell, but you know what kind of destroys Del Taco is Taco Bueno.
We have Guzman and Gomez over here. That's the taco place that people go to here.
Let's see here. What crime did you commit to land in Australia?
I stole 2 pennies worth of bread.
This is a bread stealer. So here you go. Julian Caesar says, I love this question. If plate tectonics crashes Australia into some other continent, what continent would you prefer to join?
What continent would I prefer to join? And I can join any continent?
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to join any continent, to be honest. I like the fact that Australia is by itself. But that's not the question. If the question, was that I had to join any continent, I guess the right choice would be Europe. I don't know. I certainly wouldn't want to be South America but I don't know. They're all so bad now.
You're trying so hard to be us. Why don't you just join us?
But then you're joined to other bad continents. That's the problem.
No, you mean bad countries? Because we're just
South America. You're joined to South America.
There's just a little strip. You can't count that. That's like
you need to blow up that strip.
It's
you
like
need to look at like logistically blowing that up and just making that water.
It's like a twist tie. Chewy is on his way, by the way. I'll believe it when he gets here. Hello, Tom and chat. Painted up whores of American cities. Yes, I always enjoy when Scott is on. Good to see you, Dupa.
I prefer when the whores are painted up, to be honest.
Yeah.
You don't want to bust it up all like the rest of them.
You don't want to see them without their paint on.
That's like every other city is without the paint.
Although in some places you pay extra for that. Julian Caesar says you don't have to join anyone if it says if, not when. If. Yeah, you don't have to join anybody. You can stay over there without your own car manufacturing and all that stuff.
You know what? I actually found out we are manufacturing a car. I'll have to find out the details on it. But it's literally an electric car. And the only reason because I was browsing, about salary sacrificing a car potentially. And I saw this car brand. I'm like, what the hell is that? I've never even heard of that.
I know what it is.
And I thought it might have been a Chinese brand or something, but it's literally a little tiny electric car that Australia makes. And it can't even travel like 80 kilometers an hour. It has a range of like 100 kilometers or something. It's basically designed to be like a
city car, a little city travel around, working back, grocery store.
But it has a tray at the back, like it's like a little work utility thing.
Yeah, it's called the Caro. Everything's just the word with an O in Australia. Dupita produces Tom. I'm just glad Scott is still your producer. That's what he says.
And I look. Tom,
what was the show about yesterday?
Well, it was. What wasn't it about? Is the better question.
Nobody says we have a combo restaurant, Chinese Mexican, called Chico and Chang's. Great place. There's a soul food and Mexican restaurant in Indianapolis called Nacho Mama's. True story. Nacho Mamas. Wanda says Chewy's 40 minutes away. We won't be here in 40 minutes. The Panama Canal divides us. There you go, nobody. Dupa, you're so far away. Doesn't anybody stay in one place anymore? Let's see. People just saying hi. People saying hi. People saying hi. People saying hi. Australia golf cart. Don't know what that means. Is that like?
I think they're talking about the car that they make.
I thought it was a euphemism.
Okay, I found the website. Okay,
I thought it was
the vehicle brand is called Ace, and they make the Ace Ute.
Wow.
Spelled Y-E-W-T.
Well, and it very uniquely and originally has a jumping kangaroo in its logo. That can't happen very often in Australia, can it?
Look at that car. Isn't that,
It's like a little mini pickup Cooper. Does the car come with ground harnesses? Everybody's saying hi. People saying hi. Cat tacos. Let's talk pizza. Let's power our way through Ernest, shall we?
Power our way through. You can tell me all about it.
He did all of these commercials for convenient food marts during the 80s. In 1982, co-hosted the syndicated Pop Goes the Country with singer Tom T. Hall. Familiar with Tom T. Hall and the famous song, I Like Beer. It makes me a jolly good fellow. I like beer. 'Cause time after time it helps me unwind. And sometimes it makes me feel mellow. Makes him feel mellow. Whiskey's too tough. Champagne costs too much. Anyway, he hosted that show and he played a dumb character called Auntie Nelda. But Ernest was on it as well. He did some more commercials, but he had, and so then he gave him a small TV series called Hey Vern, It's Ernest. But the big first show was Ernest Goes to Camp, the big movie. Cost $3 million to make, made $23 million, right? He did then. So after that, he did a ton of these. Ernest Goes to Jail. Ernest, what's this one here? God, thanks, StreamYard. Ernest Goes to School. Ernest Does This. Ernest Takes a Steamer. Ernest Gets a herpes sore. A lot of Ernest movies, and they all made.
They seem very B grade, to be honest.
Well, they are, but they made huge amounts of money. But this guy, Jim Varney, he didn't necessarily. I mean, he created Ernest, but he wanted to do other things, and so he was in a. Do you know who Stephen J. Cannell is? He's the guy that produced. I think he was involved with Rockford Files and the A-Team and all these various action shows. He was in one of those called The Rousters. It went up against Love Boat and got killed. There's a famous Hank Williams Jr. song called All My Rowdy Friends Are Coming Over Tonight that they would play before Monday Night Football. Did he have
any kids?
Oh, we'll get there.
Jesus
yeah.
Christ. When?
Well, I'm trying to get through this as fast as possible. He co-hosted HBO's New Year's Eve special in 1985 with Johnny Cash and Chris Christopherson. So this was a big guy. But one of the things he's really famous for is playing in the rebirth of the Beverly Hillbillies, the Beverly Hillbillies movie in 1993. Let's see here. Voiced a lot of cartoon characters. Played a character on The Simpsons, Cooter, in the Bart Carney episode. Let's see here.
I remember Cooter.
Yeah. He had a role in a bunch of independent films like Billy Bob Thornton's Daddy and Them, which co-starred Kelly Preston and Andy Griffith. How about that? So his personal life, he was married twice. First to Jacqueline Drew for 6 years, and then to Jane Varney up until 1991. Both ended in divorce. He remained friends with his ex-wife Jane until his death. And then she became his spokesperson and accompanied him and the Toy Story 2, which he was in the Toy Story movies. Neither marriage resulted in any children.
That's unfortunate.
He was an
Do you reckon he was sterile, or they just have busted?
I don't know. I didn't know him that well.
Barren women.
He was an accomplished mountain dulcimer player and played the instrument on the last episode of the ill-fated Chevy Chase talk show. He was a longtime chain smoker, and in 1998 he developed a nagging cough during the filming of Treehouse Hostage, which he thought was a cold, but he got treatment and got diagnosed with lung cancer. He quit smoking to continue performing. Little too late. Cow's out of the barn, though. And a couple of years later, he died at his home in White House, Tennessee at the age of 50. And like a couple of the things he was in were released after his death. So
it's kind of a bit on the nose to be releasing stuff after people die.
I mean, if they know they're going to die, do you prefer this view or do you prefer this view here?
Can you make me big and you small?
That would be against nature's law.
But could you do it?
Bothers me a little bit. You're asking me if I can make you big.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little twisted, if you ask me. Let me see here. Let me see.
Can you lean out? No, that's not what I was asking you to do.
Let's see here.
Thank you.
Dang it. Hold on. And then let's see if I can. There's got to be a way to do this. There just has to be.
There should
what
be.
Can I do? I don't want to maximize that.
Tom is only 5'5". That's not good.
No.
Hang on a second. Is it the other way around? Isn't it supposed to be the 2 dashes?
6'5" tall, a towering 6'5". Okay, since you won't answer my question, I'll just do that. I'll leave it there. Oh yeah, that car is a little bit like a squashed El Camino, just a little bit.
Did you bring it up? Did you bring up a picture of it?
You put it up on your phone. What was it called?
The Ace Ute.
Ace Ute.
YEWT.
What? Okay. Come on. Ace. YEWT. The Ace Ute. Let's look at the Ute here. Let's see if we can get some photos, kind of a gallery. I'm trying to download the brochure. I don't need the entire brochure.
Very cheap though, only 25,000. So that's like what, like 15,000 US or something?
Well, you got to reserve them. Are they really even making them yet?
The Ace Ute is perfect for couriers, home nurses, pathology transport. Now, that's perfect for my cooler. Hell yeah.
Let me see here if I can get. Oh, here. Let me just. Let me see if I can download this image here because this is a perfect. Save image as. Don't be one of these WebP stupid images. Yep. Nope. It's a good one. Hold on. As they say in Australia, I'll have it up for you in a jiff. In a jiff. Not a GIF.
Let's a GIF, in a GIF.
In a GIF. A GIFO. I'll have it in a GIFO. Is what I'll have it in, just a GIFO. See, I fixed my camera because somebody we both know was just.
Yeah, it's not stuttering so much. It's crazy. It was really bad. Look at that. That is beautiful. Australian-made brilliance.
Look at this. Hey, Tom, I'm working and watching. That's Jared. Thank you for working and watching, Jared. Apparently, that precludes you from actually donating to the show, but I mean, I'm glad you're working and watching. Yeah, there it is. That's not a bad looking, but for a fellow my size, I bet you that's very difficult to get into. He played Jed.
You could fit into the tray.
Why has the Dukes of Hazzard been disappeared by the media? Because of the rebel stuff? You mean the TV show or the movie? Because the movie will never disappear, because that might have been Jessica Simpson at her hottest. Scott sounds Hindu. No, he doesn't. Julian, book burning of sorts. Used to be super popular. Just some good old boys, never meaning no harm. It's all you ever saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born. Straightening the curves. Anyway, Thomas 5'5", no way, man. 6'5" tall. Powerful. For new arrivals.
5'6" tall.
For new arrivals, Scott showed his neighborhood earlier. Rewind it to see it. It's nice. It's not his neighborhood. He has just been relocated to
Across the country.
13 hours away by car to the state, to the nation's capital of Canberra, and he is in a temporary, what we would call like an executive suite. Now
it's a nice area. It's a very nice area.
Will you eventually get a real place that's not that place?
Early November, I'm moving into an apartment. It's an apartment. It's a very nice apartment. It has views of the Parliament building. So across the river, so Lake Burley Griffiths. You're looking out over Lake Burley Griffiths, and then on the other side of the lake, you'll see, our equivalent of, I don't know, the White House or whatever, the giant, building with the big flagpole on the top and stuff like that.
And you can hear him play the national anthem of Turkey in the Straw.
Advanced Australia Fair.
Nobody says ute is another word for youth. It is in this country. He's got his ute. In New York, that's what they would say. It's a proper car. There we are. It's a proper car.
There we go. Terry Nee. He's got it as his profile picture.
Everything Terry does in the chat is to torture me. Julian Caesar says, I hope they pass a law that every car in the city has to be electric. They won't.
I think they'll do that in other countries, in like what is it, like Norway and Sweden and shit like that. They've got they've got
there's advantages,
electricity and small distances and stuff like that.
There's advantages to doing it.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, like, share, subscribe, retweet, notification bell. Doesn't cost you a dime. We also have memberships. We also have super chats. We also have PayPal, where you give the most and I get the most, and Google don't get nothing. And then there's our merchandise.
Man has a question for me. How is the universal health care in Australia?
Can I finish what I was saying, trying to get the show's commerce going? Just take a break for a second there, Fred Flintstone hair. Can I just say also, and see, this is, why did you stop me? I was going to say, you can go to our merchandise store and get Tom Gulley Show merchandise with Scott's face on it.
It's beautiful.
And people seem to like it. It's an F-150 for dwarves. What's the you're reading ahead in the comments, which you should never do, but go ahead and answer the question that's for you.
What was it? What is universal health care? How is the universal health? Look, it's great. You know what? It's universal in the sense that we all have to pay for it. So yes, they take money out of my pay every week, and so I don't get a choice of whether I pay for it or not. I don't know. I think it's better not to see people dying in the streets. That's my preference anyway. I like the poorer amongst me to also be taken care of.
Thought I heard some screaming and yelling, but maybe I didn't.
There might be someone dying in the streets over there, Tom.
Looks like a Matchbox toy. Oh, no, it doesn't. It's not that bad. Looks like a Suzuki and a smart car had a baby. Okay, let's see here. Nobody does it. It does look like a Matchbox. Well, if you look, God, we got to look at this stupid car again. If you really look at it, there's another car in the back, and then there is those doors behind it. You know how tall those are. To me, it's like an SUV, a smaller SUV. It's like a smaller SUV,
like compact or something. Yeah, it wouldn't be that small.
Yeah, it's not that small. It's not like a Geo Metro or something.
Because what those would be like 15-inch rims or something like that.
It's not a Mini Cooper, 15 or 16 probably. It's not a Mini Cooper. It looks a little bigger than that. They made the roof red so you don't bang your head getting into it. Well, that might be true. An extended stay of sorts. But you're getting your new place. Is it a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom?
Well, in my new place, it's a 1-bedroom sort of. It's a compact sort of 1-bedroom with like a lounge. Yeah, I don't know. It's a very modern unit, so I have to kind of get used to the sort of very modern-esque. Like the one thing I found out, because they're all about efficiency here, it doesn't have air conditioning, but they tell me that it doesn't get hot enough in Canberra to need air conditioning. It's a brand new building. It won awards and everything like that.
And I know that you've dreamed for years of having a modern unit. Let's see here. Terry Nee, look what he put in his avatar. He put the Ace Ute in his actual avatar as a tribute.
Yeah, beautiful.
Terry Nee, Norway applies horrific costs upon its citizens. Yeah, but that's the trade-off of those Scandinavian countries. They tax them like crazy, but college is free, healthcare is free. They made that decision. So I don't know.
We don't have free university, but we have free what would you call it? Free like loans from the government. So like I believe that in the US you have to go get like a private loan or pay for your university up front or whatever. But in Australia you have to you get a loan. Like every Australian citizen is guaranteed a loan. Like you don't have to apply for it or get credit or whatever. And the debt is just indexed against inflation. So there's no interest except for just the indexation. And because of that, the government has a vested interest in making sure that university fees don't creep up. So they force them to stay cheaper. And
what happened to your dog, Scott?
What do you mean? I just let it out of the yard and it went free.
Are you kidding me?
What do you mean?
How long?
It's just an animal. It'll just forage.
That's awesome. It would have been better if it was a cat, but Julie says you can tell how big it is by comparing it to the size of the mirrors. Well, yeah, that's maybe. I don't want to look at that thing again unless we have to. I want that truck. Team Brittany is here. Team Brittany, moderator of a show that has over 100,000, 125,000. I don't think I saw that show today. If I did, it missed me. And she moderates that show in the chat room where there's 5,000 people watching it each time that the host doesn't even know I exist. It's wonderful being anonymous in there. But Team Brittany is the greatest. She really is. Let's see. Laughing at Team Brittany. Terry Nee says, SUV, my Toyota Sequoia is like a locomotive compared to that golf cart. Norway has tons of oil wealth. You're thinking of Sweden. Well, here's the thing. All of the Scandinavian countries have made that decision. Now, whereas I may not like it, I look at it and say, I don't get anything for my money. I'm a single white male, old guy. I don't get any, disability. I don't get nothing. And if they get something,
you get a military that helps you out.
Yeah, but the cost of the military is a little troublesome to me because even though I'm a huge supporter of the military, they never release their budget. And I think it's at least a quarter, 33% of our budget. So it's like, well, yeah, it better be good. But right now, are we really fighting? When's the last time we really had a big? Now maybe that's peace through strength. I don't know. We do have a great military. I get it. It's just
sometimes you need to spend more. You actually need to up that budget. I'm thinking like 40% of your taxes.
Sometimes I think, maybe the military should just not take an increase because they get increases every single budget. And it's like, I'm not saying cut the spending. I'm saying just for 4 years, don't take an increase so that you can learn how to budget so you don't spend $74 on the spoon of gloom I don't know. It's a little, I did an incredible, you want to see something incredible here, mister? Let me show you something. You're going to love this. You want to talk about military? I worked on military advertising for military products, for like attack helicopters. Let me see. Gosh, dog it. Come on. Now this thing's being okay. 1 and Z. Now you just wait. You just hold on a second here, Babalooey.
My lunch is about 20 minutes away, I think.
Okay, check this out. What I made for our military. You just
that car?
No, I wouldn't make something that wouldn't be for our military. Daggone it, StreamYard. All right, check that out.
That is okay.
Did you read the headline? Because I'm a brilliant writer. Yeah. So I'm a big supporter of the military, but I don't know. I think college should be free to every kid that has an A average.
Damn, man, you're sounding like Bernie Sanders over here. That's crazy.
I think an A average probably is going to get him a scholarship anyway. But
how do you feel about the fact that like Elon Musk has as much money as like what the bottom 50% of the U.S. population or some shit like that?
I think throughout history you could do math like that, and the richest guy would always have a ludicrously huge portion compared to the average guy. It just feels like the rich are tipping the scales in their own. Well, this is the way I feel about that. I'm more bothered that the average corporation is compared to like in the 70s, where the owner of the company made 4 or 5 times as much as his average worker, which seems fair to me because he's taking the risk.
Of course.
Now it's 25 times more. And it's way more than that. It's a corporation is actually doing it and stuff. So that bothers me some. But what also bothers me is that the U.S. income has flatlined over the last 30 years. It has not kept up with the CEO levels and stuff. That it's been on kind of a flat line. It's not really been increasing the way the GDP has been, our gross domestic product has been. But I don't like to talk about politics.
I just like to talk about, how countries, just. There's no perfect country, right? You
right.
pointed out different things. And
look at this. Somebody says the dingo ate your dog.
I mean, maybe
we've got a
once
thing.
You free a dog, you free yourself of obligations.
Well, you know about the whole a dingo ate my baby. A dingo ate my baby.
You guys joke about that, but that actually happened to a lady. A dingo ate her baby.
Well, the bad thing about that was they didn't believe those people for 20 or 30 years until some scientists came through and said, no, we've examined all the bones and everything else around here. Yeah, that is what happened. And they've been, they were vilified. Now they've been exonerated. I like America. The police give warning shots. Team Brittany says, a dingo took my baby. Damn dingoes. Those damn dingoes. We have similar things here. We call them coyotes. Let's see. Terry says Alaska pays their citizens oil money. We got it. I'm not doing. Please say it was Airwolf. It was not. Airwolf is a series over here about a fancy helicopter. Terry says your English is good for German.
Thank you very much.
Let's see here. I got to get past all this political stuff. Let's see this stupid dog. Stupid dog. Coyotes. Man, people, when you hear real coyotes, they're like outside your window in Utah. Like I'm in bed, the window's like right next to the bed. And if I was to reach through that window, I could damn near touch the coyotes. They are literally 8 to 10 feet away. And there's not just one of them. There's 10 of them or 20 of them or 30 of them. And their cry is almost like it's a combination of high-pitched children voice. It is the weirdest sound you've ever heard in your life because they're all in chorus. It's messed up, man. Not to be confused with Mexican coyotes. Who is Thomas P. Worrell? Well, Team Brittany here on the Tom Gulley Show. You got to go? Oh, but you're going to be back in a second because you're talking to somebody. And, let me do this. No, I don't think so. No, it's incontinence. It's been going on a long time. Yeah, I regularly soil myself. If you could just send over a pair of clean pants and underwear, that would be great. Yeah. Yeah. And maybe a couple of Glade stick-ups and one of those air fresheners for the inside of a car. It looks like an evergreen tree. Here on the Tom Gulley Show, Team Brittany, I always change my name thematically for the subject. And we were supposed to do Jim Varney, but we've been lucky enough to have our special guest, Scont.
We did Jim Varney. We learned all about him. He has no kids and he died from smoking. What else is there to know?
He died a multi-bajillionaire for making really lowbrow comedy movies for no money at all. Tom has bedded many dogs. What?
Who cares? He died when he was 50. Who cares how rich you are? Would you rather be rich and die early, or
up till the time you die
and live forever?
Really? Seriously? I don't know if I'd say 50, but I am quite certain that for 20 years of his life he was spectacularly wealthy.
Would you do a deal where you start out with you start your life at 20 with $30 million, but every year that you're alive, your wealth is halved?
Is put in half?
Yeah, your wealth.
So you start when you're 20, you get 30 million, and so when you're 21, it's 15. 22, correct. It's 7.5. 20. I wouldn't want to do that. No. I would prefer that it started at 1 million and doubled every year, something like that.
It doesn't work that way.
Julian Caesar says coyotes killed a minor celebrity in Banff many years ago. Usually they just bite children and pets. Team Brittany says there's a coyote on the porch. Suggestions? Stay in the house unless you need to leave. And if you need to leave, man,
go out the back door.
You literally could poke a BB gun through a crack in the door and shoot it, and it would probably run away. They are not. They are not. They're not fearsome attacking animals. If you fall down and you can't move, and they are hungry in a pack of 40, you got a problem maybe. But these aren't. They're not as dangerous as they've been made to appear in the press.
So yes, to answer your question, you are allowed to make money, but whatever money you make is also part of the halving.
I would rather be rich until I die than live forever. Okay. Hit the like. Hey, Team Brittany saying hit the like. And she moderates one of the biggest and best channels on the YouTubes.
Yet I was able to bring more people to watch the show today than Brittany was. So, riddle me that.
You don't know that.
Yeah, I do know that.
No, you don't know that.
I do know that, actually.
No, you don't. Imagine where the Where's at 20 with millions. What is that supposed to be English? Imagine the Where's at 20 with I can't. Hey, am I allowed to? He already comes that. But I have a Glock. Well, if you have a Glock, you can always shoot it. It's not legal to shoot them in some places, but it is in the vast majority of places. So yeah, blow it away, man. Why'd you even ask? But I have a Glock is a good answer to lots of questions. Here in the East, they're hybridized with wolves. They're like German shepherd size, and they're still going to run away. If I pointed the Glock in the air and shot it, they would run away. These are not... Yeah.
To answer Sky's question, it does disappear, and you don't donate it or anything. It just disappears. So let's say, for example, you got the 30 million and you earn an extra $500,000. Then it's the 30.5, and that becomes half.
You are so into hypotheticals. It's not even funny.
I live a hypothetical life. 1 second, I gotta get my lunch.
Go do that.
I'm gonna eat it on stream. I got a palmy for lunch.
Well, we're almost done here anyway.
Tom, do you know what a palmy is?
It's a chicken parmesan sandwich.
No, it's just It's just a chicken palmy with chips.
Oh, so it's not sandwich; it's chicken parmesan. Okay, I was right, kind of. Team Brittany's love to the Riddler. Would you rather be rich or famous? This is a DV question. This is a question a lot of people have asked long before the Dabbleverse. I would rather be rich. Yep, Julian. A lot of people get famous to become rich and find out that fame is not worth it. They can't go out to eat at a restaurant. They can't do anything. They're too famous. That's why I have done a show this bad to remain forever in obscurity. I don't want that level of bounty on coyotes and wolves in some places. What's that? What's the name of is that the delivery place or is that you're muted?
The restaurant is called Rashay's.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if your DoorDash was called Runabouts or some stupid name you guys made up.
No, but they had a place called Deliveroo, and it wasn't Australian.
Oh. Team Brittany says coyote cheese sandwich. That's funny. They are everywhere where I live in southern USA. Well, I live in Dallas, and I did live in Utah, and they had wolf and kind of coyote problems. But see, that's the other thing. The area out there is so vast that you don't really have a problem. Terry says, so with 30 million, women gradually get older? I guess they would. I don't know. Rich, then can help others. I was thinking the same thing, Team Brittany. If you were rich, you could do anything you wanted. You could help other people. Oh, look at that. Is that just...
It's a giant breast of chicken with cheese and like marinara sauce, and then it's on a bed of chips.
Wow. It all looks like the box to me, but maybe I'm just not looking at it well enough.
You're not. It's very saucy.
I live in a city, so no coyotes, says Julian Zezer, but every once in a while one wanders in and the news reports make a big deal out of it. Yeah. Oh, that does look good. And I imagine it looks even better when you're in an executive suite and you don't have your cooking utensils and can't cook anything yourself.
Correct.
Yeah. Team Brittany says, give me that food. Yeah. Nobody says, Tom, you lived not too far from the Skinwalker Ranch in Utah. Did I? Let me see here. I'm going to find out. Because I would have gone if I'd have known that. Oh, well, not too far. I mean, 3.5, 4 hours. But I wasn't. Trust me, a good portion of the year, you didn't know whether you'd be able to get through the pass just to go anywhere up that high. Chips, you mean fries? Are you talking about fries?
I mean, chips, chips.
He means fries, folks. That looks really good. Yes. German food looks great. Is Italian...
it's kind of like similar to German food, I guess.
Is Italian-derived food the best in the world? Julian Caesar says yes. I think Middle Eastern is the best myself, and Greek. But nobody... Just northeast of you. Yeah, 3 hours and 40 minutes north. I should have gone. Gilman, I may move back there. We never know. Bill Gilman says, "What is a food Aussies eat that the U.S. doesn't?"
Kangaroo.
There you go. Skinwalker sounds like a serial killer. It's not far from that, Team Brittany. It's a paranormal place. If you look up Skinwalker Ranch, you'll see it's a little scary. Aussies eat upside down cake. We eat that, I guess. The Australian people also, the toilet water goes in a different direction.
It doesn't. It just goes straight down.
It goes in a different circle than ours goes in. And when we have, like, when Christmas is going on, that's their summer.
Yeah, that's how seasons work.
Yeah. Well, theirs are completely opposite of ours because they're on the other side of, well, not the other side. They're on the other side of the world naturally, but they're also, we're in the northern hemisphere, they're in the southern hemisphere. So, let's see. Oh, Julian Dupa says, "Julian, I just picked the wrong week to stop eating food." Yeah, you're really making people jealous, man. What was the name of that place? What's it called?
Rashays. I think it's like a Canberra exclusive. I've never seen it in Adelaide.
But it's online, folks. Go look at. You can actually look at the food photography. I dine on the food photography on a lot of things. I'm surprised Gaza has delivery. Oh God, the other side of the equator. Yeah, that too. That's what determines the.
You know what's fun about being in the southern hemisphere is that quite often Australia usually has the biggest of whatever's going to be in the southern hemisphere. But rather than saying, we're the largest shopping center in Australia, they'll say the largest shopping center in the southern hemisphere.
Yeah, it's like being the best hockey player in Ecuador. It's like, well, yeah, there's no snow.
I mean, we're competing with like South Africa and New Zealand.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Terry, at least for home cooks, Italian food is the easiest and best. It is that there is something to be said for the ease.
I wouldn't call chicken parmy Italian though. I mean, yes, like it kind of has its origins in that, but it's not Italian. It's just chicken breast. It's breaded chicken breast with marinara sauce.
Well, what about chicken piccata? That's very Italian. Oh, chicken piccata? Mm-hmm. You never had chicken piccata? Oh, you should get it. Julian Caesar agree. Yeah, there's something about the ease of Italian, the cooking. Yeah, chicken piccata is. Let's see here. God damn it. Oh, excuse me. I cursed. That's terrible. I apologize for that. Piccata. Okay, it's an Italian dish of thin, pan-fried, floured meat, and so it's like a really thin slice, sometimes hammered a little bit, piece of chicken breast, and it's in a sauce of lemon juice, butter, parsley, and capers.
Okay,
it's
is that like an Italian actual dish, or is that very
that's an Italian dish.
Okay.
Yes. Chicken parm is Italian. It says best soccer player at Ball State for a day. Is that what you're wanting to be instead of rich or famous? I, of course, have no desire to be that because I was that for 4 solid years.
Days.
Chicken parm with pasta, also very good.
See, we don't do that. We don't do chicken palmy with pasta. That's not a thing here. If you ever go to chicken palmy, it's quintessential pub meal. You go to the pub, you get some beers, and you get chicken palmy, and it's always with chips. They never do it with
you just
pasta.
can't call it chicken parmesan. You have to make your own little Y or O at the end of it. It's a chicken palmy.
Well, in some states they call it chicken parma. Some states they call it chicken palmy.
Chicken parm, I bet. Julian Zeter says, Tom, tell us the difference between obscenity, a profanity, and a vulgarity. An obscenity involves something that is usually sexually based, right? And lurid, you know. A profanity is what now?
Show us your tits, Tom.
Sure, I think that's more of a vulgarity. Something that's obscene goes beyond the pale, but a profanity is just anything that's profane. It's all of these things in your list. A vulgarity is a profanity you get kicked out of a soccer game for saying. A vulgarity you don't. Vulgarity, while it is sweary and all that stuff, it's not as bad as a profanity, you know.
Hey Tom, after we finish the show, I'm going to stay on, and you and I in backstage, I'm going to show you a picture, but I can't do it where you're live.
Why don't we do that in the Discord that we go to?
No, I'm not going to go into the Discord. I can't be bothered, but I'll just show it to you backstage. All right.
Okay.
Somebody sent it to me just now.
Oh man, I've gone way over. We got to end this pretty quick because that's 13, and I got. Oh man, yeah, we have to because I need to. I only have a certain amount of hours left until the end of the thing. Australians ration their syllables. That's kind of true. Here in the U.S., chicken parm is Italian and on pasta. That's
no, you want it on chips, though. You want it on chips. You don't want pasta.
Well, you want it with chips. You can have the pasta, but then you might have a baked potato. You might have steak fries, chips, whatever you want to call it. Profanity relates to religion mostly. Okay, I'll buy that. Gilman says, do Margaret Robbie still have a statue in Australia? Wah, wah, wee, wah. I imagine she does. Julian Zeter says, obscenity mostly relates to bodily functions combined with something else. I see.
Like if I was to jizz on your tits, Tom.
Oh, dude. It's okay. This is just about over. Nobody
I'm just trying to give
fries.
examples.
I know.
I'm trying to make it easy for people.
I know, but it's not necessary. Team Brittany is everybody's saying hi. Everybody's just could we just all right. Well,
I love hanging out with you, Tom. It's so much fun.
That's gonna be it because I mean seriously, I do only have a certain amount of hours. Terry Neese has reported. Yeah, good job, man.
What do you mean? It's not reportable.
Everything's reportable. If YouTube has taught me that one thing, it's that. Love Barbie. That's a good movie. Anyway, that's going to do it. So, do you want to put yourself back in the bottom part of the thing here? Or
yeah,
do you
put me in the backstage.
I'll
show you, and then after you end it,
I thought you could do that. I mean, okay, let me see if I can do that. Oh no, I can do that. Yeah, sure I can. That's easy. All right, stay there because I'm ending the show, and when the song's done, then I guess we'll talk. All right, Team Brittany. She's making a thing here. I don't know what it is. All right, let's get rid of Scott. He was rude enough. Oh, it's a smiley face with a peace sign. That's pretty cool. Let's get rid of Scott because he brought food, but he didn't bring enough for everybody. And he's eating it right in front of us, which I just think is wrong. I'd like to thank Goat and Terry Nee for their 99-cent donations. We made $1.98 today here on the show. Unless I go to PayPal and I see that somebody is really generously PayPal'd me. which I think there's about a 4% chance that'll happen. We got a lot of comments here. Doopadoopadoo says, Scott, I love when you join Tom after the show. Please go outside and look at your hair compared to your tree. Brittany, no, please, no. Klamath King is a good mate. Yeah, he's a great guy. He's really wonderful. Doopadoopadoo, thank you so much for the $5. Fun show tonight. Well, Scott is a good guy in very small doses, I think. When I have to really do a show that I care about, obviously I just don't care about Jim Varney. Let's see. Julian Zero says, thanks, Tom. Thanks, Scott. Thanks, everyone. Have a good weekend. Hey, Julian, thanks to you for the definitions of those words. I appreciate it. I actually hadn't even thought about it. That's almost 2 Butterfinger bars. Yes, we're getting up there. 7% chance today. Well, thank you. 7. Scott Green said, slide into my DMs, ladies. Oh, you Scott Green. Okay, I think with all that being said, he's such a jerk. God, I think with all that being said, there's only one thing left to say, and that is, till next time. Oh, by the way, next week, Monday is the Hole Punch. Told the story behind that. Tuesday, Pink Lady and Jeff, one of the worst shows in television history. Wednesday is Candy Smokes, Candy Cigarettes. And then Thursday, day before Halloween, will be Elvira. We'll be on a very top of the hour schedule because another very special show is on next Thursday. And then the week following, Hulk Hogan will be one of our subjects. So with all that being said, there's only one thing left to say, and that is, till next time, we'll see you next time.
1, 2, 3, 4. They call me Mr.
All right, what's going on here? This StreamYard, I just like to say thank you. You're always there for me, StreamYard. You really are. You're supposed to be helping. You're not helping. Till next time, we'll watch StreamYard screw it up next time.
1, 2, 3, 4. They call me Mr. Gulley. I've got something for your ear. Now it might sound kind of funny, but I'll make it very clear. So what we talking about?